The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
There's our guys, Fall Out Boy, doing the Billy Joel song. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with Cara, filling in for Kenzie on maternity leave. And I'm sorry, Cara.
Yes?
That you have to be on a show like this where we actually play this song twice today.
What song twice?
This one right here. We did it in the 6 o'clock hour for the Ponderosa in Valpo, which we discovered died many years ago.
Gone too soon, if you ask me.
It's Case's fault.
It's not my fault.
Because you loved it. You drive home to Indy to see your parents, and you didn't stop enough. It died a couple years ago, actually, now. You thought it was still there. That's how sad and pathetic you are.
I neglected it. I feel really bad.
People of the region just blame Case. Yeah. I'll make T-shirts say blame Case.
And then it's like the Ponderosa logo on the back of it.
No, just for everything.
it's like a long sleeve tee where it's got like the graphic down the sleeve that Ponderosa Steakhouse.
I love those dirt bike long sleeve
it looks
tees.
Like it's by Fox.
Yeah. A grave digger with a steak on it. Okay, so that's why we played this earlier. But now, a tragic death. Like I said, Toby Keith, Carl Weathers, my favorite of the Rocky movies and Apollo Creed.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne Kramer, inventor of punk rock guitar from the MC5, passed away. I don't know if this will be the biggest loss of 2024 so far. It depends on who you are as a person when you look in the mirror. Bill Post died at the age of 96. What a run.
A life well lived.
A life well lived. He invented the Pop-Tart.
My God.
Ooh.
He was from Grand Rapids, right down the street.
Is that the Post from Post Cereal?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know much. Well, we can dig deeper into who he is, but once I saw Pop-Tart, I started crying. So I couldn't do any research.
I feel like we should just accept the gravity of the situation, which is that the brains behind the Pop-Tart, something that has brought me great joy over my 25 years on this earth, that man is no more.
Can you imagine? You're at a party and people try to tell stories and prop themselves up to people, especially on Valentine's Day, and you can say, I invented the Pop-Tart. F you.
End of conversation.
Mic drop.
Top dog. Alpha male.
Oh, no one can top that.
No.
It's delicious. And, and Bill Post, 1927 to 2024, 96 years old. And I got to say, there's a picture of him here that we're looking at. Maybe we can get that up on our Facebook page. He looks like the guy that invented the Pop-Tart.
What does that mean?
Look how freaking happy he is.
He's 96, Carrie. He's got a full head of hair.
Oh, okay. Well, Pop-Tarts do that.
Yeah.
And a damn good smile on his face. I don't think those are dentures. I think those are real teeth.
No, this is a man.
From all that sugar, you sure?
Yeah, well, it looks like it to me.
As far as I'm concerned, there's fruit in Pop-Tarts. He's eating pretty healthy,
Okay.
Cara.
Thank you. Cara trying to bring us down
on
over
the
I
here.
haven't had
Brave.
processed sugar in a long time. I just gave it up like a month ago, so this is killing me, this whole...
Why'd you do that?
I don't know now. I thought I'd feel better.
Do you feel better?
I do, actually.
Oh, okay.
But I feel bad now for not eating a Pop-Tart. I feel like I should.
Could have kept him alive.
Memoriam.
Yeah, maybe your Case is responsible for the Ponderosa going away. You're responsible for his death.
Oh, God.
So look in the mirror, Cara, when you go home today.
Okay.
Just remember that. And I want everybody listening to have a Pop-Tart in his honor today.
Yeah, listen,
cherish it.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't had a Pop-Tart in a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God, I have.
It's been a minute. When's the last time you had one?
Last week.
Okay.
I forgot to buy eggs, and I said, I've got an emergency stash of Pop-Tarts in my apartment at all times.
Yeah.
Just in case I get hungry.
I mean, when I did eat them, I would eat one while one was in the toaster oven because I couldn't wait.
Do you
for the
toast
hot
them?
one. They're so much better warm, but it takes too long. I have to have one while I'm waiting for that one.
No.
Because they come in two when you open them.
Yeah.
No, you raw dog Pop-Tarts.
Thank you.
No, they're better
cold.
toasted.
No, they're not. No, I don't care. I'm not listening to you. I'm not. They're not good. They're so good cold. And the strawberry, the classic
strawberry's
flavor.
the best, yeah.
They're the best. There's a little bodega that has 15 flavors of Pop-Tarts. I didn't know there was that many until I walked in this place. There was the s'mores one.
Ooh, that'd be good.
S'mores. Different level.
So
Pop-Tart.
there's 24 classic flavors of Pop-Tart.
Okay.
The ones that you're going to get anywhere, at any time, Jewel Osco, Target, Walmart. It doesn't matter. There's 24 flavors in rotation, but they do so many special edition Pop-Tarts. I mean, they are such a marvelous brand. And I see texts on the text line coming in saying, guys, it's okay. Pop-Tarts are still going to exist even after this man has perished.
Yeah, but if he's not overseeing it,
exactly.
I need this guy overseeing.
I don't
them.
trust him. Every Pop-Tart that comes off the line should be examined by this man.
I know it was.
And we've lost a legend, an American innovator.
Thank you. Thank you.
Imagine, because we've all been on this earth the entire time Pop-Tarts have been here. Imagine living a life without knowing what a Pop-Tart was.
Cara,
I don't know how I would have gotten through middle school. That
Oh
was like
my
my
God.
breakfast every day.
Cara, Case often likes to talk about that nothing good happened in the 1800s.
Yeah. Just a horrible
Is that how
time
long
period.
ago these were invented?
No.
No. He was from 1927 till now.
And the Pop-Tarts were invented in the early 60s.
So but I'm just making a reference point that, yeah, those people didn't have Pop-Tarts in the 1800s or even the early 1900s, but we've had them our whole life, and they're never a bad idea. I don't care what you're thinking about in your life. If you've, especially on Valentine's Day, give Pop-Tarts to your girl tonight or your guy, and they're going to be happy.
Yes.
That's better than spending a couple $100 on a massage or something like that.
I'm not going to agree with that.
Come on.
Sorry.
Think
Better than
about, like,
diamonds?
Better than diamonds. Well, seriously, you get a diamond, you'll go, oh my God, it's amazing. You'll wear it and you'll put it in some case to protect it because it'll get stolen somewhere. But a Pop-Tart you'll eat right now and be happy. The kind of happiness that you don't get from a diamond.
No.
Okay.
It's a sentimental gift.
A mansplaining
Sorry,
diamond.
Megan.
A
It's going to be one heck of a Valentine's Day.
I just realized I was mansplaining Pop-Tarts to Cara.
Yeah, that's kind of what you do.
Probably not a good look.
No.
Okay. Listen, I just want everybody to understand the importance of this man and what he did. People often rip on a band that's a one-hit wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they only came up with one song and blah, blah, blah. They did that. They touched millions of people with one song.
Exactly.
This guy touched 1 billion people with one Pop-Tart.
Wow.
Bill
He
Post.
touched 1 billion people.
That can be a takeaway an hour from the show if you want.
It wasn't like a Tootsie Pop situation, was it? What was he doing with a Pop-Tart?
Anthony checked it on the text line. And if you guys want to share your joy and you have a Pop-Tart story.
Hey, phone lines are open.
The phone lines are open at 312-591-8300. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Case is wrong. Maybe Cara's right. It's not that big a deal. He lived a great life, and Pop-Tarts are not important anymore. I don't know. Anthony says, wow, I feel super guilty about not buying those Pop-Tarts yesterday at Sam's Club. Yeah, you should, Anthony. You should. Go look in the mirror, buddy. See what you see in there.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
Rob says you can deep fry Pop-Tarts.
Well,
How could that not be good?
Deep
Fried Twinkies are great.
They are great.
Yeah.
Deep fried Oreos at the fair.
Deep fried anything. Come on.
Yeah. Mike H. checked in from 630. You guys need to try the Hot Fudge Sundae
Yes,
Pop-Tart.
absolutely.
There's Wild Berry, Sugar Cookie. Around Christmas, they do those all three.
So Wild Berry Pop-Tarts is the purple and blue one. That's the superior flavor. If you're going to the aisles today at Jewel Osco, reach for the Wild Berry.
Oh.
I also have to recommend, he does bring up the Hot Fudge Sundae, another super strong flavor. The delightful thing about the Hot Fudge Sundae is it not only has your filling that you're used to and the flavor of a Hot Fudge Sundae, it has sprinkles. So if you're an ice cream addict like Brian, this could get your fill in the morning. Think about it, Brian. You can start your day with a Hot Fudge Sundae Pop-Tart, end your day with an ice cream sundae.
That's a day. That's a day lived well. I can go out on that.
And it's all because of this man.
This man.
And that's why we remember him today and every day going forward.
That's right. Bill Post. Listen, I don't usually do this, but Case is in here, Cara's in here. We have no one phone screening. I'm just going to pick somebody up blind because they want to talk about Pop-Tarts.
I'm so excited.
I got a dump button ready to go. So Q101, you're on the air. Don't swear. What's up?
Hi, this is Grace from Lombard.
Okay, Grace, what's up? What's on your mind?
I just love Pop-Tarts so much. Had to join in this conversation.
Thank you.
Middle school and high school, I ate one like Carrie did for every day for breakfast. And s'mores flavor and hot fudge sundae are definitely the way to go.
Look at that.
Yum.
See? Feeling the love, Bill, and his family?
They said America was divided, yet Pop-Tarts brought us together.
Yep.
Pop-Tarts brought us together. I agree with that.
Okay, keep checking in at 312-591-8300. Call and hear your voice and express some sympathy to the family, condolences, but also let's celebrate Bill Post, who invented the Pop-Tart, who passed away at the age of 96 just yesterday in the last couple hours.
It's not a funeral, it's a celebration of life.
Without a doubt. And because of that, we're playing the Pop-Tart Family Guy song.
Yes, which is mentioned in the Pop-Tart Wikipedia article, which reminded me of this. But there's an episode of Family Guy where Peter and Quagmire have like a Simon and Garfunkel type musician partnership, and they have a song dedicated to what they did with their Pop-Tarts.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so friggin' good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should. I was sitting in the kitchen one day, and I was itching to fill up my belly with the piping hot jelly of the best damn treat in the world.
He's talking Pop-Tarts.
And I saw a stick of butter, and it almost made me shudder and scream like a baby girl. I don't want a giant penis or a rocket trip to Venus. I don't want to win the lottery. I just want to squat and gobble till I'm dizzy and I wobble in a butterfruit and Joe Tart dream. So I put butter on a Pop-Tart. It was so friggin' good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should.
Everybody, come along with us.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so friggin' good.
Yeah.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should.
Pop-Tarts.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Well, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, 20 minutes away from your next chance at GTFO. That's the Killers in Vegas. We'll do it again at 9 o'clock. You just got to be here. We give you a word. You text it in. Boom, it's done. So we are honoring Bill Post, the man who passed away at the age of 96 years old. He created the Pop-Tart. What a life. What a legacy. And it also shows that if you do something you love, you will live a long time.
You never work a day in your life.
Hell yeah, brother. And I'm telling you, you see the picture of him, I've said this, and I said, you see a man. You know he's the guy that invented the Pop-Tart. The joy on his face. And Case just posted his picture to our Facebook page, so make sure you go there and
pay your respect.
well, it's kind of like signing a book at a wake. So that's what you should do on our Facebook page right now about what Pop-Tarts meant to you. For example, 8845 checked in. Diamonds are forever, but Pop-Tarts are for right now. Matt says in Oak Brook.
I'm getting that tattooed today.
That should be on your stomach.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's in old English font across my chest.
Oh, that'd be great. Ellen checked into 9. Every morning in middle school, which was 20 years ago, my mom would make me a Pop-Tart. I took it with me on the bus. I never had the heart to tell her that I hated them. And I threw them out every time. Good memory, though.
I love that.
Okay, wow. But see, because the mom knew that the joy of the Pop-Tart that gave you, Ellen, and I think you should go back and try one today. I think you're going to like it this time. Also, Kelly checked in. Do you think if we took Pop-Tarts to Ukraine, they can present them to Putin and end the war?
I don't see why not.
Well, Case had a great stat that after 9/11, when the war with Afghanistan, the part of the war when it went to Afghanistan, what did the military do?
The military received 2.4 million Pop-Tarts in airdrops that the Pop-Tarts did over Afghanistan to feed our troops.
Wow.
This company, man.
Yeah, America.
That's
us.
right.
That's right.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
Can you
And
imagine
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Imagine being in a foxhole and a Pop-Tart hits you in the head. You're like, there is a heaven, there's a God.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Bring our boys home and bring them with Pop-Tarts.
Thank God. Okay, here we go. Dakota's checking in. We ask you to call in and talk about Pop-Tarts. Dakota, ahoy. What's up, Dakota?
Oh, ahoy. And also, I'm mind blown by the sending that many amount of Pop-Tarts. That's incredible.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So my nickname is now Pop-Tart, and it has been for probably like 3.5, 4 years now. And it's because I have a floaty from Five Below, like a big, huge one, in the shape of a Pop-Tart.
Oh, sweet.
It is beautiful, and it's actually the wild berry one that Case was just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was laying on it in the pool, and my neighbor, she was 7 years old at the time, and she had said something smart, and I said something, and she goes, "Okay, Pop-Tart." And I just looked at her, and I'm like, "That's sick." And ever since then, she has called me Pop-Tart.
That's right. That's your handle.
Yeah, that's
It is.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Dakota's a regular listener and checks in all the time. And I always thought, okay, Pop-Tart. Now I know the story. I never knew the story. For years, I never knew that story. Dakota, thank you for telling it.
Absolutely. And I got Pop-Tart socks for Christmas from my mom. And it's like, that is something that has stuck with me for a while. So this hits home. And I also, always enjoyed them as I was growing up every day, similar for breakfast right before school.
I'm sorry for your loss, Dakota.
Yeah, thank you for sharing with us.
Well, I'm sorry as a collective whole for all of us.
Right. Yeah, but remember, 96 years old, man lived a wonderful life. We can all only hope to pray to live that long.
Yeah.
With Pop-Tarts.
Yes.
I
Because we
guarantee-
have them
He
in our
probably
lives.
smokes cigarettes, too. People live old when they eat and act like that.
God, I hope he didn't choke on a Pop-Tart.
No, but now I'm thinking, I've never smoked a cigarette before, but do you know how good a cigarette and a Pop-Tart would be together? Oh, my God. I got to go get Lucky Strikes right now.
That might be your Friday bit here on the show. All right, let's go to Tate checking in from Chicago. Tate, ahoy, what's up, bud?
Hi. Yeah, so I was actually one of those service members who got Pop-Tarts over in the sandbox.
Oh, you had a Pop-Tart airdrop to you while you were in the military.
Well, I wouldn't say it was airdropped. It was definitely delivered, though. We were at a forward operating base, and we were at a combat engineering group, and we were up there to kind of build up the base. And we got there taking work from another unit, and we're like, okay, we don't have a kitchen set up. We had MREs and things, and someone says, hey, go check the other structures and see if they left anything for us. We popped the latch on this one C-van, and there was like 5 big cases of Pop-Tarts. And you know what?
Nice.
That moment in the movies, when they open the door and there's the gold, there's that, oh, that's what it was.
I can see them the way you described it, Tate. I can see them.
Oh, yes. And Case, just to tell you, a cigarette and a Pop-Tart is awesome.
Oh, he confirms a cigarette's good with the Pop-Tart case.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Because, hey, when you were deployed, that's all you got. You got cigarettes and Pop-Tarts. We didn't have any alcohol over there.
Aren't there prostitutes, though, too?
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
So we are just 7 minutes away from 9 a.m. Your next chance to GTFO, the Killers in Las Vegas. Free trip for 2, plus a $100 Visa gift card you get just for qualifying. So be here for that. We also have sports on the way. And I want to really encourage you, before we get to Gil Curtis, to use our Facebook page as the guest book, the condolences guest book, like you go to a wake, for Bill Post, who invented the Pop-Tart, who died at 96 years old, because there's so many good texts coming in, but his family won't see that. Only we see the texts.
Right.
So if you sign the book, his family will see it and know what Pop-Tarts meant to you.
Please.
I encourage you. For example, here's a great one. It's Johnny from Grand Rapids, originally from Cicero, just moved a year ago. Okay, and that's where the Pop-Tarts were made, in Grand Rapids. He says, Johnny checking in. I dated a girl in high school, and she would call me Pop-Tart. She would draw little Pop-Tarts holding hands on love notes.
Oh, my God.
Like it was her signature. And give them to me in the hall as we switched from class to class. Sweetest thing ever. Love Pop-Tarts.
Aw.
That's the most romantic thing
It
I've ever
is.
heard.
It's Valentine's Day, and now, Johnny, I'm sorry. I want to ask, did you marry her?
Yeah, we got to know.
We got to know.
Have to follow up.
We have to know what happened. If you didn't marry her, there's no love in the world.
I'd like to know what happened if you didn't marry her.
Yes.
Who hurt her? It was you, Johnny.
Please respond, Johnny, to that. But keep going to our Facebook page and writing your condolences for Mr. Pop-Tart. Here we go, Gil.
This is not headline news. Today is Valentine's Day. The most popular gifts for women are flowers, chocolates, and jewelry. The most popular gifts for men are sex, sex, and sex. Motley Crue will play the Minnesota State Fair this summer, if they can pull Vince Neil away from the funnel cake stand. The fossils of a 65-million-year-old shark were found in Alabama, and like many in Alabama, it had no teeth. Taylor Swift's concert film is coming to Disney+. So if you haven't seen it, what does she have to do to get money out of your hand? And Beyoncé has recorded a country album. It's a follow-up to Lemonade. It'll be called Moonshine. This is not headline news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And I believe Joey Dominic's in for Lauren today with another chance, 11 a.m., to get to see the Killers in Vegas, GTFO. And then Brian Phillips in the afternoon will have it at 5. So all day long, Q101.com has the info. So get on it, be here. And we'll have more Pearl Jam tickets tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We got the first people into Wrigley Field.
So cool.
Pearl Jam, 8 o'clock. Cara tried to grab the tickets, said, no, we're not giving these to the listeners. Why do something nice for them? That's an exact quote from Cara.
No.
Filling in for Kenzie on maternity leave. We'll have you tomorrow and Friday at 2, I believe.
I'm excited.
Hell yes.
More excited if you give me Pearl Jam tickets.
We'll calm down.
Okay.
It's Cara Caribou. In lieu of payment, doing the show is your gift.
That would be,
So takeaways from today's show. You guys text in 312-591-8300. Case, what do you got?
Brandon and Porridge checked in. He said, you can get away with public indecency as long as you're a good professor. We learned that lesson today.
If you did not hear Head to Headlines, that'll be on the podcast. Case will tell you where in a sec. Cara, what do you got for a takeaway?
From 773, Brian would be more than happy to watch college football players in the shower for $7 million a year.
Let's be honest. I would do it for $70,000 a year.
I would do it for $70.
Hear that, colleges out there? She's single. And finally, takeaway from Double Features Mike. Takeaway, you got to raw dog a Pop-Tart. Rest in frosted wild berry piece, Bill Post.
Aw.
What a tribute. The tribute page up at Q101's Facebook page. It's basically our book at the wake that you sign for the family. That's what our Facebook page is, with a picture of Bill Post, the inventor of the Pop-Tart, died at 96 years old. Very tragic.
Gone too soon.
Gone too soon.
But the Pop-Tarts live forever.
Yes.
You're right. Thank you for those beautiful words, Cara.
Yeah. And if you missed any of these great moments today, it was a lot of fun today on the podcast, Case.
Brian and Kenzie podcast in your feed right now. Earlier this morning, we talked about how all of Indiana is at a massive health risk. You need to listen and find out why. There's a lot of trouble there.
All of it.
7 a.m., Cara stunned us with a story about DJing at a naked college football party. I think we learned a lot about Cara that morning. That's on the podcast.
I've known her for years and never heard that story.
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
We have, of course, the professor that touched himself with the Tootsie Pop. There's an update there at the 8 a.m. hour. And then hitting your feeds in just a moment to really come full circle today. We remember the creator of the Pop-Tarts. If you missed that conversation, it is... I've worked here a number of years. It's one of my favorite conversations we've ever had, remembering the life and the legacy of the man who invented the Pop-Tart.
All of that on the Brian and Kenzie podcast on your feed at Q101.com and anywhere you get your podcasts.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.